Hello, once again, welcome to our practical project management channel. This channel is dedicated to sharing of real-world project management knowledge for NGOs, private sector, and development practitioners. The audience for this channel includes NGOs staff, development professionals, private sector practitioners, and PMP aspirants, those who are getting ready to sit for their PMP examination, those who are getting prepared to be certified as a project managers. My name is Joseph Banze. I'm a certified project manager. Welcome aboard. Today, I would like to share with you few tips that one can use or can apply when it comes to application of the daily stand-ups meeting in the execution of project tasks. Whether you are working in a private sector or NGO setting, or you have your own project, we are going to see how you can apply this in the execution of tasks. But before we proceed, I would like to define or give an understanding of a daily stand-ups meeting. What is it? A daily stand-ups meeting is one of the agile practices or agile ceremonies where the agile team spends 10 to 15 minutes to go through a Kanban board. In other words, we call it a task board. This is a board with the tasks that have been planned. So when they go through this task board or a Kanban board, they respond or they go through the three questions. Question number one, what have we been doing? Question number two, what are we planning to do? Question number three, what is blocking us in the execution of planned tasks or from the execution of planned tasks? What are the blockers? What are the impediments? What are the challenges? So these are the questions that are asked by the Agile team. So when we talk of the Agile team, this is a team of ranging from 3 to 9 members. And they work hand in hand with the servant leader, whose role is to facilitate the team and remove blockers that are coming along the way in the execution of project tasks. This team spends 10 to 15 minutes every day. And when they do this, they do while standing up. That's why we call a daily stand-up meeting. And when we talk of agile, just for some understanding, when we talk of agile, agile is one of the approach in the execution and the planning of project tasks. There are various approaches, and one of them is agile. Today, I'll not talk into details about agile, but we'll spare some time in the coming session to talk different approaches that one can use toward planning and execution of project activities. Well, so what are the tips that one can use? Okay, so the following are the tips. One, ensure that you have a plan. You have a clear understanding on what you are going to do, how are you going to do, and when. It is very important to have a plan in any project that you are executing. If you don't have a plan, it means you are getting prepared to fail. Now, we all understand that a plan can be a very big thing, and you cannot execute it all at once. You need to break down this plan into manageable tasks or manageable units for easy execution. In project terms, we call this as work breakdown structure. So you need to ensure that the bigger plan is broken down into different pieces, into different parts, so that you can easily execute the plan. You can break it in terms of the time frame, but also in terms of the execution of the activities. You can have, maybe you can break the plan on quarterly basis, quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, and the like. Or you can break down your plan into phases. Phase one with some activities, phase two with some defined activities, phase three, and you go on like that. This helps you to ensure that you can execute these tasks smoothly. It's like when we say you cannot eat the elephant, the whole of it at once. You need to eat it piece by piece, step by step, of course, with some colleagues helping you. At the end of the day, you will find that the whole elephant has been eaten. The same case applies to the project planning or project execution of project activities. You need to break down these tasks. So tip number 2 is to ensure that you break down the tasks. Tip number 3, decide on the timing and the frequency of the meetings. So if you want to do the daily stand-up, you need to decide on the timing. For instance, at what time of the day you want to do it? Do you want to do this kind of a meeting in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening? The best advice is to do it in the morning while the mind is fresh. When you do it in the morning, it gives you a big picture on what is going to take place throughout a day. But also, you need also to determine or decide on the frequency of the meetings. In the actual daily stand-up meeting, this is a meeting that is carried every day. So you also need to decide whether you will be doing it every day, or maybe you can decide maybe once a week. But it will be good if you can be doing it every day. Tip number 4, you need to have a very good management of time. We all understand this kind of a meeting is supposed to be a short meeting, just to go through the 3 questions. Ensure that this meeting is done within 15 minutes. So that one is also very important. Tip number 4, what happens when you come across the obstacles or the impediments that require more time? Basically, we say during this kind of a meeting, you cannot discuss the details of the impediments, the details of the obstacles, or the details of the challenges. You need to allocate another day or another time where you and the team can sit and go through the challenges or the blockers in order to ensure that they are removed and your project can be executed smoothly. So it's very, very important to ensure that these things are put in what we call a parking lot for further discussion. So, what happens? This is the question to you. What is going to happen if you do this daily meeting every day? Every day you go through the 3 questions, you look on your plan, and you go through the 3 questions. So, what will happen is that it's the same like when you eat an elephant. piece by piece, of course, with support from colleagues. At the end of the day, you will find that the whole elephant has been eaten. The same case applies to your project plan, to your planned activities. The daily stand-up meeting helps you to go through the plan every day and focus on what you are supposed to do during that particular day and reflect on the issues that are blocking you. So if you do this every day, you can find at the end of the day, you have managed to complete your project successfully. This is the end of my session on the tips. If you find it interesting, give it a like and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.